Have a nice day. Today is Saturday, 25th of May 2024. This day is celebrated as Africa Day. An annual celebration of Africa independence, sovereignty rule, and identity is known as African Liberation Day or Africa Day. The day serves as the founding day of the Organization of African Unity on May 25, 1963. From the history point of view, in the year 1915, Mahatma Gandhi established Sabarmati Ashram in Kochram near Ahmedabad. In the year 1933, it was mandatory for Hindus between the age group of 12 to 25 years to carry their identity cards for stopping them from spreading terrorism. So, starting the newspaper analyst with the newspaper, the Hindu states that Archery World Cup Indian women compound archers strike gold. From left to right, Parneet Kaur, Jyoti Surikha Venam, and Aditi Swami. The Indian trio of Jyoti Surikha Venam, Parneet Kaur, and Aditi Swami grabbed their third successive Archery World Cup gold medal, beating Turkey. The Indian trio of Jyoti Surikha Venam, Parneet Kaur, and Aditi Swami grabbed third successive Archery World Cup gold medal, beating Turkey 232 to 26 in a lopsided compound women's team final at the stage at two events here on Saturday, May 25, 2024. The world number of one Indian compound women's team dominated Turkey's Hazel Burun, Izi Bera, Suzar, and Begum Yuva right from the first end and sealed the gold without dropping a set with a healthy 6-point margin. The Hindu newspaper states that Kerala rains live updates heavy rainfall in state. India Meteorological Department issues orange alert for 3 districts. The India Meteorological Department today issued an orange alert for Pathanamthitta, Kottayam, and Idukki districts. Women aim rains in Thiruvananthapuram on May 24, 2024. Currently, 223 people have been accommodated in 8 relief camps functioning across the state. As Kerala reels under the impact of heavy monsoon rains, a total of 11 people have lost their lives in a various rain-related incidents across the state since May 19. As heavy rains continue to lash Kerala, the India Meteorological Department issued an orange alert in 8 districts in Kerala. According to the Kerala State Disaster Management Authority, 15 houses across the state fully collapsed, while 218 were partially damaged in the heavy rains. The IMD has issued an orange alert in Thiruvananthapuram, Pathanamthitta, Alappuzha, Kottayam, Ernakulam, Idukki, Kozhikode, and Kannur district, and a yellow alert in other districts. A red alert indicates heavy to extremely heavy rain of over 20 cm in 24 hours, while an orange alert denotes very heavy rainfall of 11 cm to 20 cm, and a yellow alert means heavy rainfall between 6 and 11 cm. Ministry of External Affairs got request to impound Prajwal Ravana's passport only on May 21, Jai Shankar says. External Affairs Minister Jai Shankar. He said the ministry acted promptly upon receiving the request. External Affairs Minister S. Jai Shankar said on Friday that the ministry received a request from the Karnataka government only on May 21 to impose the passport of Janata Dal's MP Prajwal Ravana, who fled to Germany last month amid allegations of sexual assault. In an interview, Mr. Jai Shankar clarified the procedural aspects, saying to impound a passport is governed by an act called the Passport Act. We need a judicial court or a police request to do so. The Ministry of External Affairs got this request from Karnataka only on May 21. A poverty of hope among Sri Lankan Tamils of love and loss. Tamil women crave at a remembrance ceremony in Mulivaikal village in the northeastern Sri Lanka on May 18, 2024. 15 years ago, 10 of thousands of Tamils were killed in a Sri Lankan armed forces final offensive against the LTTE. 15 years after the Sri Lanka's civil war ended, a peaceful life still eludes Tamils living in the former battle zone across the island's north and east. Many are recently searching for their loved ones while resisting attempts by state agencies to take over their lands. The widespread economic misery, only compounded by the financial crisis of 2022 and a fractured Tamil polity, have left them further disillusioned. Mira Srinivasan reports. When Anthony Jisurathanam Mera Pushparni 62 recalls the horrific final days of Sri Lanka's civil war in striking detail, it is hard to believe it has been 15 years since its end. United Nations Top Court orders Israel to immediately halt Rafah offensive. South African ambassador to the Netherlands, Muzi Madonsela, uses a phone at the International Court of Justice during a ruling on South Africa's request to order a halt to Israel's Rafah offensive in Gaza as part of the larger case brought before the Hague based court by South Africa accusing Israel of genocide in the Hague, Netherlands, May 24, 2024. While Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu office has said he would consult a senior ministers on ruling, Hamas held the order but criticized the decision to exclude the rest of war-torn Gaza from the order. The top United Nations court ordered Israel Friday to halt the military operations in Rafah, a landmark ruling likely to increase international pressure for ceasefire more than 7 months into the war sparked by Hamas's October 7 attack. The International Court of Justice also demanded the immediate release of all hostages still held by Palestinian militants. Hours after the Israeli military announced the troops had recovered the bodies of 3 more of the captives from the northern Gaza. Going towards the Hindustan Times newspaper states that Delhi election 2024 live updates. Delhi Minister Atishi casts her vote during a phase 6 polling. Delhi election 2024 live updates. Delhi Minister Atishi casts her vote. Delhi election 2024 live updates. All 7 parliamentary seats in Delhi are polling in the 6th and penultimate phase of the ongoing Lok Sabha election on Saturday. A total of 58 seats across the 6 states and 2 union territories are voting in this round, with as many as 889 candidates in the fray. Severe cyclone to impact Bengal make landfall. Sunday night met personnel from the West Bengal Disaster Management make announcements on the beach as a part of the precautionary measures ahead of the landfall of Cyclone Rimal in South 24 Parganas district on Friday. Severe cyclone Rimal is expected to make landfall between the Sagar Island in West Bengal and the Kipupara in Bangladesh around the midnight of May 26, with the winds reaching 100 to 120 km per hour. The Indian Meteorological Department said on Friday, warning of the extremely heavy rainfall and localized flooding in some parts of the eastern state. Agnipat shadow over Punjab in poll season. Sepoy Gurtej Singh's mother, Prakash Kaur, with his Veed Chakra. The grizzled 55-year-old farmer looks much older than he is, but Virsa Singh's wrinkled visage lights up when he begins to talk about the youngest son, Sepoy Gurtej Singh from 3 Punjab, who has among the 20 Indian soldiers killed in the action during the Galwan Valley skirmish with the Chinese People's Liberation Army PLA in eastern Ladakh. Now, going towards the economy of the country from business point of view, Adani Ports to enter Sensex from June 24, Wipro to move out. As per the reconstitution of S&P Building Stock Exchange indices announced by Asia Index Private Limited AIPL on Friday, APSEZ will replace Wipro in the 30-share Sensex with the effect from June 24. 60 months after the release of the Hindenburg Research Report, which led to a sharp fall in the stock prices of all Adani Group companies, one of the key firms of the group, Adani Ports and Special Economic Zone APSEZ, has now made into the coveted list of 30 companies that form the building stock exchange Sensex. BSE has laid down certain norms for inclusion of companies into S&P BSE Sensex. Japan-China raises question over India's laptop import monitoring system at World Trade Organization. India's move to restrict laptop imports had earlier to gather attention, particularly from the United States, As United States Trade Representative USTR Ambassador Catherine Tai raised the issue during the G20 meet in India, New Delhi, in its reply on December 12 last year, also said that the issuance of licenses will be automatic in nature and that India has no plans to expand the use of import management system beyond the listed products as of date. Tax package for ultra wealthy. Redistributive policies needed for poor, lower, and the middle class support. An inheritance tax would directly tackle the unfair advantage that unearned dynastic wealth renders to individuals solely based on the accident of the birth, which is only exacerbated by the caste system, it said. According to the earlier paper released by the World Inequality Lab, in March, India's top 1% income and wealth shares have reached historical highs and are among the very highest in the world. A tax package from the ultra-wealthy in India, including an annual wealth tax and an inheritance tax for those with net wealth exceeding Rs 10 crore, accompanied by redistributive policies to support the poor lower castes and the middle classes, has been proposed by a report of the World Inequality Lab. Economists Nitin Kumar Bharti, Lucas Chancel, Thomas Piketty, and Anmol Somanchi in the note released Friday said the tax package proposal can help tackle the massive concentration at the very top of the wealth distribution and create a fiscal space for the crucial social sector investments. This note follows up on an earlier paper co-authored by the same economists and released by World Inequality Lab in March, which had stated that India's top 1% income and wealth shares have reached historical highs and are among the very highest in the world. Going towards the world news, including China sends a second consignment of glacial water from Tibet to Maldives. United Nations says only 906 aid truckloads reached Gaza since Israel's Rafah operation began. Indonesia broadcasting bill elects press freedom heroes. Iran army sees no foul play in Riyazi helicopter crash. Defense spending in a major world war bar. Chinese lidar sensors in United States military system. Secretary Blinken to discuss support for Ukraine in Czech Republic visit next week. Going to science and tech, while the families sue Meta and Call of Duty maker on second anniversary of the school attack. While the families sue Meta and Call of Duty maker on second anniversary of the school attack. The families of the group of victims of the Walid school shooting have announced new lawsuits against the Instagram parent company Meta Platforms, the maker of the video game Call of Duty, and the gun company that made the assault rifle used in the shooting. Families in Uvalde took more legal action Friday on the second anniversary of the Robb Elementary School attack, suing Meta Platforms, which owns Instagram and a maker of video game Call of Duty, over the claims the companies bear responsibility for the products used by the teenage gunman. They also filed another lawsuit against the Daniel Defense, which manufactured the AR-style rifle used in the May 24, 2022 shooting and has already been issued. In Space Research Organization chairman seeks more investment from industry in the space sector. U.S. Ambassador to India Eric Gasti visited the ISRO headquarters in Bangalore on Friday and held discussions with the ISRO chairman S. Somnath. Somnath also stressed the need for international space cooperation as India is embarking on multiple missions. India's Space Research Organization chairman S. Somnath on Friday 24 May called upon the industry to invest more in the space sector. Delivering the keystone addresses at the United States-India Space Cooperation Conference said our big industry houses need to put in the more effort in the space sector. They are doing a great job in infrastructure building, industrial ecosystem and the defense sector. But in space, there has not been a great stride by any big industry till now. How the World Health Organization could fight future pandemics. The World Health Organization logo is seen near its headquarters in Geneva, Switzerland, February 2nd, 2023. The World Health Organization already has binding rules known as the International Health Regulation 2005, which set out the country's obligation where public health events have potential to cross the national borders. Health officials from the 194 member states of the World Health Organization (WHO) hope next week to complete more than 2 years of negotiations of new rules for responding to pandemics when they gather in Geneva. Negotiations go to the wire on Friday for two complementary deals set to be formalized at the May 27 June first meeting, and update to existing health rules on outbreaks, and a new legally binding treaty to shore up the world's defense against the further pathogens after the COVID-19 pandemic killed millions of the people. Boiling, not warming, marine life suffers as a Thai sea temperature hit record. Bleached corals are seen at a reef in Koh Mak, Triad Province, Thailand, May 8, 2024. This year, so far, the country's weather recorded the highest temperature at 44.2 degrees Celsius, affecting the seawater temperature as well. The one vibrant and colorful corals have turned white in a phenomenon known as a coral bleaching, a sign that their health was deteriorating due to the higher water temperatures. Aquatic life from coral reefs to fish along the Thailand's eastern Gulf coast is suffering as the sea surface temperatures hit record highs this month amid a regional heat wave, worrying scientists and local communities. The once vibrant and colorful coral, as about 5 meters 16 feet underwater, have turned white in a phenomenon known as coral bleaching, a sign that their health was deteriorating due to the higher water temperatures, scientists say. Half of the world's mangroves under the threat, says conservation group. An aerial view of the mangrove recovered from the deforestation in the Guapmirim Environmental Protection Area of Guanabara Bay, Rio de Janeiro State, Brazil, Wednesday, May 22, 2024. 4 years ago, the Mar and Broch NGO planted 30,000 mangrove trees in the deforested area that today reached up to 4 meters high. Mangrove forests cover around 15% of the world's coastline and play a vital ecological and economic role, filtering water and providing breeding ground for fish and other marine life. Half of the world's mangrove ecosystems are at risk of collapse as a result of the human activity, rising sea levels, and extreme weather, according to the last survey by an international conservation group. Unless action is taken, a quarter of the world's total mangrove area could be completely submerged within 50 years. With the critically endangered ecosystem in India, Sri Lanka, and the Maldives expected to be below the burn, said the International Union for the Conservation of Nature (IUCN) in an assessment published on Wednesday. Solving polluted cities. One simple, sustainable strategy to fight air pollution is to grow more trees and keep nurturing them. As the daily grapples with yet another harrowing bout of air pollution, the city finds itself ensnared in a thick blanket of toxic smog, pushing its air quality index to alarming levels again. With the readings skyrocketing to 100 times, the World Health Organization recommended limit the severity of the situation has prompted drastic measures, including school closures and restrictions on the construction activities. In the face of this crisis, the urgent need for effective solutions to combat air pollution has never been more evident. Planners and designers are imagining cityscapes with verdant green corridors and tree-lined boulevards, weaving greenery seamlessly into the urban fabric. Okay, thank you.